The ERi-TV news broadcast crew and I, Delete Sahaya, are now ready for your daily news briefing at 10:30 local time. But first, let us catch up with the major headlines. ERi College of Science graduates 242 students. 6-month activity assessment meeting conducted by the Union of Eritrean Women. North Korea fires several cruise missiles into the sea as tensions soar. Western weapon headed to the Ukraine last year were stolen before their recovery. On our local news. In its sixth commencement, ERi College of Science conferred degree to 242 graduates, of whom 58% were female students, today 22nd July. The graduates' areas of study include biology, chemistry, earth science, mathematics, physics, statistics, and library and information science. Speaking at the graduation ceremony, Mr. Tesfaye ገብረስላሴ, Minister of Land, Water and Environment, said that the government of Eritrea is making significant investment in the education sector with a view to producing professionals in various fields of study that could make an impact in the nation-building process. Professor Gebrai Asgedom, Dean of the college, said that on his part, the college has graduated 3,647 students since 2008, including 84 in master's program, 2,785 in first degree program, and 778 in diploma programs. Noting that the policy of the Eritrean government is to produce conscious, creative, and productive citizens with self-confidence, Professor Gebrai called on the graduates to play their due part in the implementation of the national development programs. The representative of the graduates congratulating the graduates and expressed readiness to live up to the expectation of the people and the government that provided them the educational opportunities. The Executive Board of the National Union of Eritrean Women conducted a 6-month activity assessment meeting on 20th and 21st July in Asmara. At the meeting, Mr. Tesfaye Mikael, president of the union, called on executive members to strengthen their participation in the effort to develop political awareness of women. According to the reports presented by the head of the union branch in 6 regions, encouraging activities have been carried out in nurturing and preserving noble societal values, organizing women at all levels, and developing the economic capacity of women, developing the vocational capacity of women, as well as avoiding harmful practices. The participants conducted extensive discussion on the reports presented and adopted various recommendations, including strengthening media programs, designing monthly programs with a view to acquainting the public with the activities. Four months of sign language training have been provided to 130 government employees and associations in Karen City. At the conclusion event of the training organized on 17 July, Mr. Dejen Zeragaber, head of the National Association of Deaf and Mute branch in Ansaba region, said that the training was in continuation of the various training programs with the objective of easing the daily activities of the hearing impaired nationals. Mr. Waldo Mikael Sele, head of the National Association of the Deaf and Mute, commended the region for sustainably organized sign language training programs. The National Association of Deaf and Mute branch in the region has so far provided training for 450 nationals. Dear viewers, we will be back with the international news shortly. Do stay tuned. Welcome back. The latest North Korean missile launch comes among warning as the UN nuclear-armed submarine docked in the South Korean port. The North Korea has fired several cruise missiles towards the sea in the west of the Korean peninsula, South Korea's military said, marking the second missile launch in the apparent protest over the arrival of the nuclear-armed United States submarine at the South Korean port. On Wednesday, North Korea fired 2 short-range ballistic missiles on area near the capital, Pyongyang. They flew about 550 kilometers before landing in waters east of the Korean peninsula. The flight distance of those missiles roughly matched the distance between Pyongyang and the South Korean port city of Busan, where the nuclear-armed submarine of the USS Kentucky made the first visit by the U.S. nuclear-armed submarine in South Korea since 1980s. The distance which the missile fired on Saturday traveled was not immediately released by GCS. The missile launch comes at the Seoul-Washington ramp-up defense cooperation in face of growing tension with the North, including the joint U.S. and South Korean military exercises with advanced stealth jets and the new rounds of nuclear contingency planning meetings. On our last news, some Western-provided weapons sent to Ukraine in 2022 were stolen by criminals and arms dealers before they reached the Ukrainian troops, according to the U.S. Defense Department's Inspector General. Ukrainian intelligence service were able to recover the stolen weapons and equipments, the report stated. In June 2022, the Russian official at the helm of the criminal organization falsified documents in order to join a volunteer battalion, according to the reports. The unnamed official then stole the grenade launcher, machine guns, and over 1,000 rounds of ammunition. According to the Ukrainian intelligence service, trailed the scheme. Ukrainian intelligence service also dissatisfied plots by arms dealers to resell equipment stolen from the southern front line, the report said. In another instance, intelligence service uncovered a group of Ukrainian criminals pretending to be aid workers in order to steal bulletproof vests. Ukrainian intelligence service also tracked down members of volunteer battalion who stole rifles and ammunition likely intended for sale in the black market, the report stated. Dear viewers, we have come to the end of tonight's news. Let's have a quick recap of the headlines. Mainafhi College of Science graduates 242 students. 6 months activity assessment meeting conducted by the Eritrean Union. North Korea fires several cruise missiles in the sea as tensions soar. Western weapons headed to Ukraine last year were stolen before their recovery. That's all our local and international news, dear viewers. Thanks for watching and good night.